I mentioned Oleksandr Usyk. He's now unified heavyweight champion. Do you still look at that and maybe want to face him in the professionals, or do you think that would that not happen now?
I'm very happy if this fight happen in professional because, you know, I believe I can give him something in professional. I can give him very good fight, and I don't want to say like I will beat him, even I beat him, even I will beat him. I don't want to say I will beat him. You understand what I mean? You know, you speak with boxers. Boxers is always expression, people. It's a joke, anecdote. Anyone can hurt boxers, but not anyone have chance to apologize. You understand?
And those are the words of Artur Beterbiev as he states he would like to take on Oleksandr Usyk one day. And he says, of course, you heard him say, I have something for Oleksandr Usyk that I believe that I can bring to the table to challenge the Ukrainian unified champion. He did say this, though. He did say, I'm not saying that I would beat him, because a lot of people say those type of things and they talk a lot of trash, but they don't always have the luxury to apologize. So I did like that humbleness from Artur Beterbiev. And you guys can remember, these guys have history, okay? As you guys can see, Oleksandr Usyk and Artur Beterbiev fought in the Olympic trials, okay, in the amateurs. And Artur Beterbiev, of course, him being rugged, tough, heavy-handed like he was, had problems with the Ukrainian, but also had the equalizer, it seemed, in that fight. He did score a knockdown in that fight. He did have these heavy hands that seemed to bother Usyk when he did land the right hand. I do remember Sean Porter had the similar success with hitting and catching Oleksandr Usyk with the straight right, him being a slick southpaw, so the right hand would be the go-to punch to try to nullify all the trickiness and the movement and the footwork and the matrix style antics and movements that Oleksandr Usyk does use. And you just ask yourself that Artur Beterbiev fighting Oleksandr Usyk with the heavy hands that he has. Everybody knows he throws these short, heavy hooks, lefts or rights, and they can catch you and buzz you. And you just ask yourself what would happen between Artur Beterbiev and Oleksandr Usyk, in the pros, because it's a different ball game. The gloves are different. There's no headgear. It's full access, okay, as it were. And Artur Beterbiev and Oleksandr Usyk are still two undefeated fighters. I would love to see them get it on, to take the politics right out of it. I don't want to really even hear that. But of course, people would drag that into the equation, where Artur Beterbiev is, of course, from Russia, and Usyk is from the Ukraine, and of course that they are at war right now, so you would hear that type of stuff. But nonetheless, I think someone that is rugged and tough and fights like Beterbiev has a better chance of beating someone like Oleksandr Usyk, simply because he goes right for the gusto. Okay, he has no, hey, let me jab right hand or some kind of basic standard way of boxing to try to attack Usyk, because Usyk's too advanced for that. One thing we learned from Derek Chisora, he went right at Usyk. Fight him, attack him. You fight and attack a boxer, not box a boxer. If you want to lose a fight with a boxer, try to box him, especially a superb or a very elite boxer like Oleksandr Usyk, okay? So I think Beterbiev would do the same thing. I think he will attempt to just attack Oleksandr Usyk again and again, and of course he knows that thing he said, I have something for him. He knows that right hand is heavy, and he knows that he's caught Oleksandr Usyk with that same right hand that has buckled him in the amateurs. So imagine what could happen in the pros potentially. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Artur Beterbiev wanting to take on the unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!